All right, friends, we are back with your third and final match of the day here at the FTF and Toronto FC Showcase for 2024. My name is Pierce Lang, and we have got a real doozy for you here between the Woodbridge Strikers and the North Toronto Nitros. Woodbridge, another team that did really well for themselves in the League One youth categories this year. A lot of talented young players who not only were playing at the youth ranks, but even their League One Ontario Premier Division side was full of young players, as they were unfortunately relegated. But it sounds like they've actually been promoted once again, as we had a bit of movement within the league that saw the opportunity for them to come back up, as one of the other clubs decided that they wanted to field a younger side and move down a division, if memory serves me correct here. Been wrong once before, so don't quote me on that, but I do know for a fact that they will be back in League One Ontario's Premier Division. Have updates for you here on who's out on the pitch in a second, as North Toronto work their way into Woodbridge territory here in their first foray into the attacking end. One name to really keep an eye on here for Woodbridge will be number 12, Anthony Morano, who's already committed to play at Rutgers. He was one of the top young players in League One Ontario's Youth Reserve Division. He's just a young fella, but he's switched over to Woodbridge, as his North Mississauga squad he was playing for last year kind of disbanded, as one of the coaches went to Vaughan, and a lot of the players left and went to Vaughan, and he decided that he is not a fan of Vaughan for whatever reason, so he's suiting up here for Woodbridge Strikers, which will bring a bit of excitement to any of those matchups between those two sides. Diego Finney went up for that ball and got the call as he went to ground. Khalidi Stermoli to throw the ball in here. Seven is Diego Finney, still wearing that captain's armband. A shot in towards goal, and that's not going to be a moment of trouble for the North Toronto keeper here. That'd be Francesco Romano in goal for North Toronto. Number 31 is Panache Mayo. Fantastic name for a player here on the right wing, and they're looking to get the ball out wide to McGinn here by the looks of it, and they do. This is Mayo on the ball now. Pushes it outside. He's got it on his right foot, cutting back into the middle. It's into the box for number 38, Soufiane Fraj. These North Toronto boys are going to have to start pulling their weight for the club, because the women have been winning everything this last 12 months. across all the age groups, they found themselves in the finals for darn near every final I've called, it feels like. Moyo on the ball again. Vinny got a foot to it. Ball switched across the pitch by Philip Arbutina. Arbutina on the ball once again in the middle of the pitch. Puts it back into the corner. Brought down with a deft little touch there on the far side by number 38, Sufyan Fraj. This is Nico Barros on the ball now. Arbutina getting it out wide once again. Arbutina once more with the ball. Lays it off. Number 12 is that aforementioned Anthony Morano. Ball into the corner is broken up. Some fantastic defensive work there by Nathaniel Boudmet. That ball's going to go out for a corner kick for North Toronto. Just looking here at the players who have committed to universities, and the Carano brothers, Matthew and David, have both decided to play at Laurier. So there's some instant chemistry, and this is brother David now with the ball, releasing it quickly, looking for Morano. Morano shoved from behind, and he'll get the call for Woodbridge. Morano taken down once again as they were looking for him on the restart. He'll be someone who's going to see a lot of attention from defensive players from here on out. He's a known commodity, certainly within his own age group. When he was playing up with North Mississauga in League One Ontario, I don't think people really had a grasp of what it was that he brought to the table. He's very confident on the ball. He had a good test of his abilities playing up with the full side for most of the season with North Miss. Ball pushed down the wing for number 37 in red. That's George Papadopoulos. Moyo on it again. This is Belland. Back to Moyo. Gives it right back to Belland. Belland in the captain's armband here. Arbutina on it once more. '36 is Ricardo Gonzalez. Keeper is well out of his goal there. That's number 33. Anthony Cipressi. Play whistle down as we've got a player being told to go and sit and have a think about what he's just done. We've got no yellow cards and red cards here in this showcase, so he's going to take a few minutes to consider his actions here. I'll let you know who it is that's coming off real quick. was number 30 in white. That's Nathaniel Budmit. And our man who was down on the pitch is back up onto his feet. Couldn't really tell who it was from this perspective, but it's not all that important, to be totally honest, by the looks of it, as it seems that he's fine. Ball lofted into the box, headed clear by the defender. Bouncing around in clearance attempt here, and shot in towards goal and whistled well over the net by number 37 in red. That's Papadopoulos. $15 with it now. That's doesn't look like I've got a 15 on my sheet here, unfortunately. Oh, Benny and Abraham actually, but it's going to be offside on that push up the pitch from North Toronto. Ball cleared up the pitch to Morano on the goal kick. Number 4 giving chase there is Arman Sekon. Kildy Stromoli gets the call here on the near sideline. Unfortunate bit of play there as the ball goes out of bounds. Out of bounds off of Arman Sekon as he just played the pass a little bit off target there. Toronto taking their time working it around. Arbatina with it once again. Ricardo Gonzalez giving it back to Arbatina. Morano doing a fantastic job winning back possession. It looked like Auguste was on it, but fantastic work there by North Toronto to get a foot in and break up that attack. You can see how dangerous Morano is when he gets a nose for goal there. He's got one thing in mind, and it's heading in towards the net, and Carano picks up the ball, and it's actually Nathan Schull in goal. Carano's on the bench. He played in that League One Ontario final for the Woodbridge Reserves back in the fall. A truly inspired performance for Woodbridge as they took on Simcoe, I believe. Or it might have been, no, it was Guelph that they played, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's going to bother me now. North Toronto doing a fantastic job getting the ball out of the danger zone there. I'm pretty sure it was Guelph that they met in the final. Sorry, I was just checking my notes there to confirm, but not vitally important. Ball headed off of Diego Finney, and after a little bit of confusion in the Woodbridge box, it's finally cleared. Finney unable to bring it down. Morano on it now. Quick touch to Finney. Finney tries to cut back in the middle. Dangerous spot to try and pull that off. Ball pushed out wide by Nico Barros. Vita Antonio comes away with it. Vita Antonio, another player who looked really good last season. Can't wait to see what he's got in store this year. Fabulous sliding challenge there for number 6 in white, Jaden Lancia. Arbutina on it. Stops, cuts back. Again with it once more. Woodbridge defenders put their hands up in the air, and they were right with their call there, getting the assistant referee to call the offside on that North Toronto attack. Ball just a little bit too far in front of Moyo there. Ball off the back of Morano. He'll give chase and try and win it back for the Strikers, who are wearing those classic Sampdoria kits here today, but I'm pretty sure I saw posted online earlier this week that they're switching it up this year, which is much to my dismay because I still feel like they've got the sharpest kits in the league. Morano going up for the header and puts that one well wide and over the goal. Beautiful high arcing diagonal ball there from number 22 in red. That's it. Auguste. Morano in the thick of things once again. Play whistled down, and it'll be Suppressi to get us started up again. Suppressi with it once more. Ball goes out wide. Auguste who's on it, and ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a North Toronto throw taken here by Moyo. Moyo puts it into a suicide position for number 55, Thomas Murzaku, as he got absolutely clobbered. But he got the free kick out of it. I'm sure he would have rather got it in a different spot, though. Murzaku giving chase now. This is number 19 in white. That's Chris Vitantonio. And a ball through, and here's our danger man, Morano, and great work there defensively by number 22, Jaquan Oldham Auguste. Moyo giving chase. So correction here, guys. Number 22 is Lieber, not Auguste. Just change of jerseys here between matches by the looks of it. So we've got that correction made. Lieber doing all right so far here in this match. We're about 23 minutes deep. We're going to play 35 in each of these halves if you haven't been watching already. We've had some outstanding matches so far today, as FTF Ontario All-Stars lost to Vaughan earlier in the day in what was a very good match, and then things just fell apart at the end of the match for the FTF Canada All-Stars as they were taking on TFC's Academy, who scored what seemed like 3 goals in the last 5 minutes. If this match ends in a draw, it'll go directly to a penalty shootout, as we don't have ties here, as tomorrow will be our big finale, where it'll be 1 facing 2, 3 versus 4, and 5 versus 6. So all places need to be figured out with tiebreakers here, as we don't have time to mess around with goals for and all that nonsense. So it's basically you win and you're in. Top seed faces second, and that's how we establish who wins what matches. Morano with a shot in towards goal, and what a phenomenal goal there by Anthony Morano. I told you to keep an eye on him, and that's why he's already committed to going to Rutgers. He's an absolute scoring machine. Didn't even take a half look at the goal there as he stepped across, off balance, shot off his right boot and put it into that top postage stamp corner, and it's 1-0 for the Woodbridge Strikers over North Toronto now. Goal scored in the 25th minute of play. What a goal. Keep an eye on him, folks. That'll be one for him to put on his Instagram later if he can find it to help put together his highlight reel. Not that he needs it, he's already been recruited, but the future is bright for that young man. They don't let just any dummy into Rutgers, that's for sure. Ball pushed out wide. Number 18 in white. That's Navarro. Ball goes back to Jalen Phillip. Phillip with it still, puts a low hard shot in towards goal. Morano's in there again. Great work there by Suppressi to suppress the rebound there and put out that little fire in the back end. Questions being asked of this North Toronto back line all of a sudden. Looks like we got a substitution here for Woodbridge as Diego Finney's going to come out of the match. Arbutina able to clear. Gets it as far as Papadopoulos. He lays it off for Moyo. Moyo being directed to play it back. Arbutina getting it out wide on the diagonal. Ball's going to go all the way back to Nathan Schull. Second. This is Chichi. Chichi gets the call on the near sideline. One nothing here so far, folks, for Woodbridge Strikers over North Toronto. As the danger man, Anthony Morano, blasting a ball into the postage stamp corner. You know, I say that, and it shows you when the last time I mailed a letter. I'm suddenly questioning if you put the stamp on that side of the envelope. And see, I'm wrong. You put it on the right side, so. Top bins nonetheless. That's all that matters. Cursory Google image search there to sort that one out. Fabulous sliding tackle there by Stermoli to break up the North Toronto attack. Stermoli on it again. Or no, sorry, this isn't Stermoli. It's number 11. That's Chichi. They're looking for Morano every chance they get. Ooh, lovely work getting into space there by Nathaniel Budimit. But North Toronto are back the other way again here on the fast break. Fabulous sliding challenge there from Jalen Phillip. Alex Lieber on it now, weighing his options, and he's going to decide to play it into the middle for Arbutina. Ball up over the top, and dangerous chance here is number 15 in red's going to get a shot off and put it in towards goal. As Jamie Benion Abraham. Good header there by Navarro. Jalen Phillip playing it back. Sekon. Chechi. Ooh, lovely little turn there by Kalidi Stermoli. Dangerous play there from North Toronto, and it's going to go out for a Woodbridge Strikers corner kick. .31st minute of play here. Sand slipping through the hourglass in this first half of action. 1-0 off the Anthony Morano wonder goal. North Toronto able to clear. Good cover being provided here by Jaden Lancia for Woodbridge. North Toronto able to break through though. Fabulous work here. Finally he's brought down. That's number 32, Nico Barrios. Or Barros rather that. And Barros will draw the free kick here about 35 yards out by my estimate here. Maybe we'll call it 30. It's not that important. Low ball into the box. Shot is blocked there by Andrea Chichi. Woodbridge on the counter-attack here. Ball into the middle, and it's popped up into the air and headed clear, but Woodbridge still retained possession. Vita Antonio puts a ball into the corner, but just a little bit out of range for Jalen Phillips. Lieber chipping a ball up. Brought down by 15 in red, that's Abraham. Ooh! Lovely, lovely little ball in on goal, but just not enough on that. Lieber again with it. Ooh. Stermoli got to it first there. And it's going to go out now. Woodbridge throw. They got it to Morano. Morano's going to cross it. His cross is blocked off of Lieber and out for a corner kick. Right-footed inning swinger coming here for Woodbridge. Going front post and getting a foot to it was number 30 in white. That's Nathaniel Budamit, but he put it just wide of the near post. Suppressi puts it back into play real quick there. Play switched back to Lieber. Lieber looking around, and he's going to put a ball in for Benayoun Abrams. Abrams on it again. Sekon closing him down, not giving him an inch to breathe. Ricardo Gonzalez. Great speed there shown by Thomas Murzaku. And we'll be out for another Woodbridge kick. We've got about 10 seconds left here. Referee's whistle goes to his mouth, and this should close out our first half. It's going to be 1-0 going into halftime, unless something absolutely miraculous happens, but it does not. Goal scored by Anthony Morano, and like I said, we're going into half 1-0. The score for Woodbridge Strikers. My name's Pierce Lang. This is your FTF Canada and Toronto FC All-Star Showcase for 2024. We'll be back in a few minutes with your second half of action. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, folks, 35 minutes left to go here in today's action at the FTF and TFC 2024 All-Star Showcase. Only goal of the game coming off the boot of Anthony Morano. Talented young striker for Woodbridge, wearing the number 12. This is Moyo on that far side. Oh. Might not be. Looks like they've made a substitution there, perhaps. Sorry, it would have been Moyo in the first half. You'll have to forgive me. Morano shoved in the back, gets the call. A little bit of play acting there by the looks of it. Suppressi comes out to meet that ball in the air. Morano giving chases. So number 7 is Niko Tokic, a late addition to this roster for North Toronto. North Toronto try and work the ball around here in the Woodbridge end. Arbutina stepping up. Everybody deep into the Woodbridge zone here by the looks of it. As North Toronto are searching for the equalizer. James lays it off there for Papadopoulos. Gonzalez pushing his way deep into the Woodbridge end. Going up for the header there was number 25 in red, Xavier Belland. Was wearing that captain's armband for North Toronto. Morano's going to get called for shoving his man down to the ground. This is the aforementioned Tokic on the ball now. Low ball through the middle. It's Jalen Phillips breaking it up, though. Phillips still on the ball. Continues his run. Looks in towards goal and puts it in towards Suppressi, but well over the goal. Still 1-0 for Woodbridge here. In the 40th minute of play. "30 minutes to go here in our last match of the day for the FTF and Toronto FC All-Star Showcase here at the Toronto FC training grounds in North York, Ontario. We'll be back tomorrow as our first place finishers will play against the second place team. Third place will play fourth place, and fifth place will play sixth place. we'll get a pretty good read on each of those teams against what should be more equalized opponents. Some fantastic games here so far today. This one's been a bit of a nail biter, but certainly the FTF Ontario All-Stars versus Vaughan game was really tight. And in all fairness, the FTF Canada All-Stars versus Toronto FC Academy was fairly tight until about 15 minutes left. The keeper for the FTF Canada All-Stars, Aiden Cancel-Marie, kept his team in it, making 5 or 6 phenomenal saves throughout the match, and then things just came unraveled for the squad after an own golazo, as Patrice Geisar was referring to it on his own bench. No-look pass directly into a gaping open goal by one of the defenders. This is Arbutina with it now. Slips a pass through. Dangerous opportunity and fabulous save there by the Woodbridge keeper. Looks like it's still Nathan Shull in goal here for the Strikers, and he's making a good account of himself here today. Ball popped up into the air. Brought down by Papadopoulos. Ball goes out wide. Looks like that's... Oh, I want to say it's 55, but 55's Murzaku. It was Moyo on that far side in the first half. Arbutina lifting a ball into the air at the top of the box. Chance coming here as they're looking for Soufiane Fraj here, and he's got it in the corner. Jalen Phillips trying to clear. This is Tokic playing it back for the captain, Xavier Belland. Ball chipped into the box, but headed clear from danger by Jaden Lancia. Tokic playing it back. Belland. 36 in red is Ricardo Gonzalez. Our mystery man is Bennett Lichty over on that far side. Apologies to Bennett. Hadn't realized they made a switch earlier on. He's only had a touch or two on the ball so far. Play allowed to continue as Woodbridge have found Morano. He's not scared to shoot from there, that's for sure. Woodbridge pressing deep into the North Toronto end, and that cross is blocked and goes out of bounds for a corner kick. 44th minute of play here. Oh, they've decided to change that and make it a goal kick. They're looking for Lichty on that far side. Good little battle here going on. Sermoli comes away with it, however, though, getting the call. Here he is on the ball once again. Pushes it forward, looking for Morano. Morano lets it go by him. Sermoli on it once again. Sermoli gets it to Morano. Morano cutting back out to his left side. Gives it back to Sermoli. Sermoli's going to try and cross it, but it's blocked there by number 36 in red. That's Gonzalez. And here's Lichty battling hard, and Lichty still with it. Gets a foot on it again. Woodbridge come away with it, but it's picked off, and we've got numbers here coming forward for North Toronto, but a fabulous sliding challenge there to break up that attack. It was number 11 in white. That's Andrea Chieci. This is Soufiane Frage, cleared from danger by Woodbridge. Suppressi getting the ball out wide. Tocic getting it into Arbutina. Arbutina playing a ball into the box, but it'll be broken up by the Woodbridge back line. Free kick coming here, and a good spot for North Toronto, but there's going to be substitution coming in really quickly. It looks like we've got Jaste Gill coming into the match. And it'll be Khalidi Stermoli coming out. Ball whipped into the box, and Woodbridge are going to come away with it after it squeaked through everybody, but it'll end up being a North Toronto free kick on that far side. Big booming kick there off the boot of Sekon. Number 30 in white is Budimit, battling hard there to try and win back possession for the Strikers. They're going to go all the way back to the keeper here, and Schull's going to lay it off for number 6. That's Lancia. Frage going back to Tokic. Frage with it still, lovely little bit of footwork from the shifty attacker, but it's Phillips coming away with it. He gets it up to Morano. Stepping in to break that up is the captain, Belland. And our substitution is going to be made here as it looks to be. Oh, hold on. This is Lichty wearing number 57. So obviously another coach. Chichi gets a foot in, breaks it up. Woodbridge clear from their own back end. Toki pops the ball up into the air. Budimit looking for number 27 in white. That's Giovanni Ferris. '50th minute of play here, still 1-0 for the Woodbridge Strikers. The lone goal coming from Anthony Morano. Tocic on it now. Tocic with a clear look at goal if he wants to step up and put a boot through it. Good challenge there for Giovanni Ferris as he stepped up to make the play. Play going to be whistled down as number 32 in red, Nico Barros, pulled his man down. Secon's ball promptly put right out of bounds by North Toronto. Abraham gets it here on the near side. Cuts back into the middle. Puts the ball back into the corner for Fraj. Fraj with it still working his way down to the byline. Puts the ball into the middle, but a little bit off target and it goes out of bounds on the outside of the side netting. Nathan Scholl to get us back underway here. Big booming kick up towards the halfway mark. Across the halfway line, and Arbertina's pass is blocked. Right into no man's land, and it's a turnover. Two men wearing number 57 with a little combination there. And I wish I could tell you which one was the actual 57 on my team sheet here. This is Abraham with it now. Lovely pass to Fraj. Fraj through the middle. No one able to get onto the end of it, and a blasted shot in towards goal. And a fantastic save there by Nathan Scholl to keep the clean sheet going here for the Woodbridge Strikers. Point blank range, and he made no doubt about that save. Coming up big here to keep his team up 1-0. Poor corner kick there is steered away. North Toronto really need to show a little bit something more here if they're going to get themselves back into the match. That was their first real decent chance as far as I can recall. This is Tokic. This is Abraham. Ball. I would say that was into the middle, but it was nowhere close to its intended target. Raviel's coming into the match here, and coming out of the match will be Sufjan Fraj, number 38. Charging up the right side is number 8, Jastaj Gill. Gill with it still, but it's Tokic winning the ball back. Gill coming away with it, though, again on the second attempt. Popped up high into the air, and it'll be Budimit getting onto it. But he's turned around, and it's number 37, Papadopoulos, who came away with it for North Toronto. This is Niko Tokic on it now. Tokic is going to slow things down and play it back. Gonzalez plays it to the opposite side of the pitch. Ball into the corner for one of our two 57s here. Tokic on it once again. Raviel getting a strong, firm pass through to his man, Papadopoulos. This is one of our 257s on the right side. They're playing one in front of the other. Tokic putting a ball in towards the box. Again, one of our 257s with the ball in towards goal, and it'll be picked out of the air by Nathan Schull. He's going to calm things right down, relieve some of the pressure here being applied by this North Toronto side. It's been one-way traffic for the most part here in the second half, as North Toronto have really been laying it on against Woodbridge. Things opened up a little bit here for this match after that first goal by Anthony Morano in the first half, and we'll see what comes of it now. You can tell they're looking for Morano most of the time, but unable to get him the ball in a dangerous position so far. Suppressi getting it out to Tokic. This is Gonzalez. Raviel got the ball out wide. Andrew James getting it to Tokic. Back through the middle. Dancing his way through a couple players is number 32 in red. That's Nico Barros. Tokic coming away with it once again. Puts a ball into the middle. He's looking for Papadopoulos. He's unable to maintain possession. Arbutina on it now. Arbutina sprays the ball out to the left side, but just a little bit softer than he wanted it to be. Tokic is going to collect and continue to apply the offensive pressure here against the Woodbridge strikers. This is again one of our 257s. Who's going to play it off to his man in kind with that same jersey on. Tokic again with plenty of real estate. Woodbridge playing in a real low block here, defending, parking the bus in the second half, so to speak. You can see 9 men behind the ball at all times almost. Long distance shot there in on goal, and Nathan Schull's not going to have any problem with that. Long throw by Schull here for Martin Navarro. Navarro pulled back by Baniyun Abraham. Jalen Phillips over the ball. Trying to find a man to send it to. He was looking for Morano. Probably safer options than that one, but Woodbridge come away with it advantageously, and they've done a good job of trying to keep the ball in, and it looks like it's going to be a goal kick here, however, for North Toronto. We're in the 59th minute of play. Just roughly over 10 minutes left to go in this one. Ball through the middle for Raviel. Raviel clips Jalen Phillips, and second time round he'll get whistled down for the foul. Jalen Phillips having a very strong game here in the back for the Woodbridge Strikers. Puts it directly in on goal, and Suppressi's going to go up and knock that one out of the air. Suppressi, a good tall goalkeeper here. He's going to be going to UMBC this year. 6'2", stands the man in the green shirt. Jalen Phillip going in and making the sliding challenge there. Reviel to get the ball back in. He's found Tokic. Tokic head up. Finds number 32 in red. That's Nico Barros once again. Cross is blocked, and then the follow-up shot is out of bounds, well over the goal. Be a goal kick here for Nathan Schull. He hasn't been exceptionally busy, but he's made a couple saves here. Reviel going up to meet that ball and puts it back out of bounds for a Jalen Phillip throw-in. Phillip throws it in for Morano. Morano unable to keep it in bounds, and it's going to go out again for a North Toronto throw here on the near side. 62nd minute of play. 1-0 for Woodbridge Strikers over North Toronto at this stage. About 8 minutes left in this one, and then we'll be done for the day. Long shot in towards goal, whistles wide. Oh, it looks like Schull might have got a hand to it to push that one just past his post. Couldn't tell from here as there's a bit of traffic in the way, but it'll be a corner kick coming for North Toronto. Looks like it's going to be a right-footed outswinger. It's lofted high into the middle of the box. No one able to make anything happen with that in the Woodbridge end. This is Raviel. Raviel is going to switch play back out to the right side. Play whistle down for the shoulder being pulled back there by the Woodbridge defender. Everybody back for Woodbridge now as they're desperate to hold on to these points. Arbutina unable to keep control of that ball as he gets a boot to it and pushes it directly out of bounds. Ball pinging around in the Woodbridge end, but nothing to really chat too much about here. Nothing to write home to dad about. Schull's going to take his time getting this ball back in as the time ticks off the clock. He sends a big booming kick deep into the North Toronto end. It'll be Tokic coming away with it, and he's going to have to get rid of it a bit quickly as Morano was on his back. Reviel takes down number 8 in white, just edge Gill, and it's going to be a free kick here for Woodbridge. 65th minute of play. Still 1-0 for the Woodbridge Strikers over North Toronto. Ball played out wide for Gill. Gill dancing over the ball once more. Budimit had his ball in for Morano, and North Toronto able to clear. Ball out wide for 18 in white. That's Navarro. Dangerous opportunities there as Gill got to a loose ball in the middle of the box, and he ended up trying to play it across the face of goal and played it directly out of bounds. Would have loved to have seen a little bit more consciousness of where he was when he got his foot to that ball, because he had a wide open goal in front of him. He could have just tapped it in by the looks of it. He was unselfishly looking to play that one off to Morano by the looks of it. This again is one of our two 57s on the right side. Barros got the ball to Raviel. Raviel out wide for Abraham. Abraham cutting back into the middle. Abraham's going to have a look at goal. He plays it out to number 26. That's Andrew James. And finally it's Jalen Phillip who clears it only as far as half, as Gonzalez was sitting there waiting for that ball. Gonzalez has found Raviel, who's got a bit of real estate in front of him. If he wants to go into it, Gill closes him down. Gonzalez was the intended target, but it's Morano coming away with it. Morano still with the ball, rounding around, or at least trying to get around Tokic, and he's dragged to the ground by the shorts by Morano, who's just so dangerous anytime he gets the ball. A good low center of gravity for a strong young lad like he is. Phillip puts a ball into the box, and it's going to be steered the other way. It was Andrew James who got to it first for North Toronto as they come back on the counter. Not enough intensity here for my liking from this North Toronto side, as they've got to know that there's only moments left in this one, and they've got to pull something out of it. Arbutina is going to switch play with a diagonal ball into the corner. James trying to chase it down, but fabulous work there by Giovanni Ferris to escort that ball out of bounds. We're in the 68th minute of play here. And you know Woodbridge are going to take their time getting this one back in with just over a minute and a half left in this match. They don't want to give up a goal and get sent into penalties, that's for sure, when they have this one in their grasp at this stage. Raviel's on it now, and he works his way back across the middle of the pitch to one of our two right-sided 57s. Raviel on it once again. Barros. Raviel. This is James with a shot in towards goal. Big sprawling save there from Nathan Schull, and he pushes that one wide of his post and out of bounds. Corner kick coming as the time's running out here for something to be made by North Toronto. Ball lofted into the box, and North Toronto come away with it once again. This is not what Woodbridge want at all. It's one of our 257s on that right side. Playing it back to Andrew James. Andrew James lobbing a ball up into the box, headed clear by Jalen Phillip, and now it's going to go out of bounds for a North Toronto throw-in. Seconds ticking off the clock. We're in the 70th minute of play. Surely the whistle will be blown at any moment now. Again, one of our 257s popping one into the back post, kept in by the captain, Abrahams. And it's G who's finally able to clear and gets that one out. 70th minute of play here. Sand slipping through the hourglass of this third and final match of the FTF and TFC All-Star Showcase here at the TFC training ground. Will be Schull picking it up off the carpet. slowing things down, relieving the pressure. We'll be back here tomorrow with your last 3 matches of this showcase, starting again at 2 p.m. Matches throughout the day will be 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4, and then 5 versus 6. Free kick coming here. Barros is going to stand over the ball. Gill shoves his own teammate out of the way so that North Toronto can take their free kick in peace. Raviel standing over it now. We've reached the end of the 70th minute. Raviel with his last-ditch effort coming here. They're going to have to make something of this play if they want to get anything out of this match. If they do score, we go directly to penalty kicks. Ball lobbed up high into the Woodbridge end, and it's Schull who comes away with it, and that's got to be it here. As we've reached the end of the 70th minute of play, Schull's going to clear, get it up to half. Just past Gill. Arbatina brought it down. This is Andrew James. He's turned around, gets it out wide for one of our 57s. James playing it out to the left side. This is our other mystery 57, and he's shoved down in a terrible place to be giving up a free kick. This is absolutely not what you want if you're Woodbridge. In the final seconds of the game, giving up a free kick here at the top of the box. Looks like it'll be a 4-man wall. Standing in front of Schull. Gill on the near post. Andrew James looks like he's going to take the free kick. We'll see if he puts it directly on goal. He's got Raviel standing in front of the net. A couple other guys. Ball put in towards goal and headed over the goal by Gill. Fantastic work there by the attacker, heading it over the net. And you can hear the Woodbridge staff very concerned with how much time is being tacked on to the end of this match. Certainly plenty of excitement for the neutral fan here. Dangerous ball in the middle there, and that's our final whistle, folks. My name is Pierce Lang. Thank you for watching. Today's match is 1-0 final here for Woodbridge Strikers over North Toronto. Anthony Morano with the only goal of the game. Tune in tomorrow. Games are again starting at 2 o'clock. The next one's at 4. The last one will be at 6. We're going to try and get that one out of the way in time for you to watch the big game. From everyone here at FTF Canada, thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.